Um, I'll be voting in favor of this emergency legislation. Closing Washington Met sends the wrong message to our already struggling student population. Washington Met is a school of approximately 136 students with grades 8 through 12, with over 95% black students, approximately 40% live east of the Anacostia River. And I hear the narrative that the school is failing when it relates to enrollment, truancy, test scores. In fact, if you want to use that measure to talk about failing schools, that can be used on most public high schools in the District of Columbia. And this narrative is not new. I've seen this happen with several schools. I'm a former DC public school graduate. This narrative was true for Options, who was an alternative school for children at risk, Choice, who was an alternative school for children at risk, and Young American Works for students of children who are at risk. What are we going to do to put more resources around this population instead of closing the doors? And the narrative wasn't in the paper that schools are closing. Year after year, leadership after leadership, the narrative was that we're doing a consolidation plan. Consolidating, but we didn't see an improvement in those consolidated schools. There was no real outcomes from the consolidation plan, yet we're here again saying that this is a failed school. If anybody failed the schools, we as a government have failed these children. If they can't go to our schools and don't get the support they need, where are they to go? I'm going to tell you where they're going. They're going to DYRS, to the DC jail, all across the country, and some are going to the morgue. And it's our responsibility as leaders to put our resources where our mouth is and to help our students. Because this could be us. We're only a paycheck away from being in those circumstances. I want to overemphasize that we do not need to close the school. We need to invest more in the schools and the wraparound services. When I inquired about a solid transition plan for DCPS, I did not receive a satisfactory response. Neglect from DCPS should not constitute a school closure. Therefore, I cannot in good conscience support the closing due to lack of substantive transition plan or wraparound services. And I do want to advocate that we need a long-term plan for these students, not just to graduate from high school, but careers and business ownership in our community, because the population is shrinking, and especially for African Americans in Washington, D.C. And if we're not stabilizing our youth, how we expect to have a brighter future for them? And so I support Councilmember White on introducing emergency legislation and these students here at Washington Met. Thank you.